Hello everybody, it's James from Big Robot here. We wanted to show you guys a couple of short gameplay sequences taken raw from the current builds of Sir You're Being Hunted, just to give you an idea of the sort of stuff you can get up to. Firstly though, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone who's backed our Kickstarter. The game wouldn't be happening without you, so from the whole Big Robot team, thank you. Okay, so this is just a world that we've generated using the engine. There's no setup here, this is just a world from the game. This is the village of Lumble Clubbin. All the names of the villages are procedurally generated as well, so you'll be able to find your way around the world based on village names that are generated from a bunch of different names. I'm just looking around for some food because my vitality is quite low, and if it's too low for too long I'll start losing health. So yeah, I've already got an apple on me, so I'm just going to eat that now. None of those houses had any food in. This one's got some mushrooms and some apples, so I'll scoff that. Okay, so further on down the street here you can see one of the pieces of the device that we're trying to collect to get us off the island, and you might have just seen that guard. So there's one of the robots is guarding that teleport piece down there, and we need to get him away from it before we can nick it. We don't want to just run in there and start a gunfight with him because that'll create a lot of noise and it'll attract other hunters and stuff, so we want to try and be as quiet as we can. So we're going to sneak up to him and show you something a bit more sneaky. You'll notice as I'm crawling through the undergrowth here, you'll see that in the visibility meter on the bottom left, there's not a lot going on in it. If I move, it goes up. If I crouch down again, it drops down again. It's all based on basically the foliage that I'm in. If I'm in an open space here, you can see that there's quite a lot of visibility, whereas if I move back into the foliage again, it drops right back down. So you'll be using the detail and the terrain to kind of hide you as you move around. Okay, we're getting pretty close to this guy now. So you may have seen in the inventory earlier on, I've got some traps up at the top there by the dynamite and the binoculars. So I've got some man traps. We're going to use those to catch this hunter, and then when he's caught he'll be more vulnerable. We can dispatch him pretty quickly, get the teleporter piece and do a runner. So we'll just creep up to him now. They react to sight and sound, so if you're being too noisy they'll hear you, so it's best to stay quiet. Okay, so we're just going to drop a couple of traps down here. Alright, and I'm going to make some noise with a bottle and wait for him to come and investigate that noise.
I say.
Yep, okay, so that got him. We'll let him have both barrels. Okay, so he's down. I'm just going to quickly recover this other trap. I'm using some pliers that I found earlier on. Recover that trap. You can only recover traps if you've got some pliers. I'm just going to make a bit of room for this teleporter piece now, and then we'll make our escape. See, if I'd had an axe, then I could have taken him out with an axe, which would have been a lot quieter. As it is, I had to use the shotgun because that's the only weapon I had, which will have made a lot of noise. So I want to try and get away from this area. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is using the wildlife to help you distract the robots. So over here we've got some guys and they're guarding a teleporter piece. That smoking thing there is one of the things we want to collect. And over here we've got the village of, if you look at our procedurally generated signs, Misty Bunma. Misty Bunma. So nice, that's Misty Bunma. And the interesting thing about Misty Bunma is that if you look in the centre of the village, you can see there's a load of crows running around on the floor. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and distract those crows and make noise, and that will make the crows fly away, and that will distract the robots and bring the robots to see what all the fuss is about. So I'm just going to get a bottle out and throw the bottle into the town, and you see that scares the birds. Except I wasn't looking behind me, and there's another squad behind me. Brilliant. So that's gone horribly wrong, and now I've got two groups who know where I am and who are closing in on me. Anyway, that's how quickly things can go wrong in So You're Being Hunted. Thank you for watching.